Good afternoon, world. Time in America. It's 4 o'clock right now. Yeah, 4:13. Yeah, so I'm gonna make this video, and then I'm gonna take my shower. I'm gonna upload it, and I'm gonna go to Dinty's, pick up my check on my tip, and I'll get my beer and smokes, and I'll enjoy the show a bit after you guys, right? Yeah, there's nothing to watch on YouTube, so I decided to make a video right now. What do you usually do after you make your video? If there's nothing to watch, I listen to music. Yeah, something like that, right? Yeah. Did you go on the treadmill yesterday? Yes, I did. I went on the treadmill yesterday again. Yeah, I'm serious, man. I'm really serious about losing weight. I have that same feeling I had 11 years ago towards the end of 2014 when I when I went on the treadmill like 6-7 days a week. But back then I burned way more calories. I was walking on a faster speed because back then I didn't smoke, so I was in better shape. And I was 22 when I worked out. I'm 33 now. It's a bit, the walking is a bit tougher on my body now than it was 11 years ago because I was much younger. There's a difference between a 22-year-old and a 32-year-old, right? 32-year-old, you're still like really young, but you're not as in good shape as you are when you're early 20s. I went, I think, on like 3.2, 3.3 speed, and I went for an hour and 10 minutes. I was burning like 400, 450, 500 calories. Whereas now, when I go on the treadmill for an hour, I burn like 220 calories. Still pretty good. Yeah. I'll lose this weight and get my first girlfriend. Secret girlfriend, right, in 30-some years. Crazy, huh? Yeah. Yeah. This might be maybe an hour, maybe 20-minute video again. One day I will do a 4-hour video. I don't know, when I vlog with Tony, I might do maybe a 3-hour, 4-hour vlog with Tony. I hang out with Tony for maybe 2.5, 3 hours. My phone can go for like 5-6 hours. I can film the whole thing this time. I promise, guys, I will do a vlog with Tony this year. I'll ask him, do you want to hang out in the Shane's bar? And after that, we get a bite to eat. Sure. I'll hang out with him at the bar for maybe an hour, hour and a half. And after that, we eat for maybe 30 minutes. I'll do a 2-hour vlog with Tony. And this phone's much better quality than my other one. My other phone is not as good quality, right? At first, it was very good quality when I started with his latest series, but over the years, the quality got worse. Because the phone I got in 2018, and this phone I got last year, right? Yeah, I mean, this quality of this phone is much better than your old phone. Yeah, it is. Much better quality. But after 5 years, I'm going to get a new phone after that, right? Yeah. Or I could invest money into a camera, like a high-end professional, like $500 camera. And the quality of my videos are really, really good, but I'm not gonna waste money when I have camera on my phone, so it's good enough, right? No, even the quality of your phone's good enough. Yeah, it's good enough quality, obviously. Yeah. So VJ's gonna give you hell. Yeah, she will, obviously. I'm VJ's baby, man. I'm VJ's baby. I'm her husband, and why I'm special. She's gonna give me hell for it, but I told you I'm gonna ignore her. She's gonna keep cheating on me. Today at work, I heard her moaning again, man. I heard my heart pounding. She doesn't listen, man. She's banging guys. I'm not gonna do that, man. VJ, I'm not gonna do that, man. Whereby you keep banging guys and you don't want me touching one chick. It doesn't work like that, man. You're a fucking selfish woman. You want your full cake. You're not gonna get your full cake. You can cry about you want to ignore you because you're gonna keep banging guys on my back. Now, there we go. Ivan won't do this to me. I'm like, VJ, I've been consistent with a treadmill this week. I went yesterday. The day before that I took off, and I went 2 days straight before that. I'm consistent now, man. Yeah, I'm very consistent. Some days, sometimes during the week, I might take maybe 1-2 days off if I'm really, really tired. But I'm going to be consistent going at least 5-6 days a week. And I burn the calories. I watch out what I eat, too. Yeah, watch out what I eat. I also have my weight loss gummies, which is going to help me burn more calories, right? So I'm working out. I'm also taking weight loss gummies, and so I'm gonna burn weight faster. Do weight loss supplements work? They only work if you exercise. If you don't exercise and you eat junk food, it's not going to work. You have to eat well and exercise, and then they're very effective. They work, obviously. Let's say you take weight loss gummies and you don't exercise, but you're eating healthy food, then it'll work a little bit. But if you really want to see the results with the weight loss gummies, or like pills you take, whatever it is, you have to work out. That's the key. You have to work out, and that's how you burn the weight faster. You work out and then exercise. It works. Sarah? It works. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, I work tomorrow. I work 3 days straight, man. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Dinties. I work. Well, I'm gonna get a nice paycheck next Dinties paycheck. My next Dinties paycheck will be like $400, which is nice. And this Dinties, starting this paycheck, I'm not gonna touch my Dinties money. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna be serious. So I have to save money for I get my T4, but like I want to also save some of my Dinties money. That way I could I have more money and I can get my book, because the proofread thing will be expensive. It will cost me like maybe $2,000, $2,500 around there. It's going to be expensive. Whereas designing my cover will cost me maybe $150, $200. Designing the cover doesn't cost much. For $150, someone can design your cover. But the proofreading is very expensive. That's like $2,000. It's a lot of work, right? It's labor. But yeah, we can give you a deal for $2,300 to edit your whole book. Yeah. Alright, is your book 3 separate books? No. It's one story told 3 volumes. I can't afford to have you edit 3 separate books. It's going to cost me like $6,000. I don't have that kind of money, man. No, it's one story told in 3 volumes. That's what I can afford. I can't afford to have them proofread like three separate books. That's like $6,000. I don't have that kind of money, man. I'm fucking poor. Yeah. And once I get my book proofread and design my cover, my book is now ready to be released on Lulu, man. So all I gotta do is just enjoy myself for the next maybe 3-4 years, and I'll wait for the right moment when I'm ready to face the giants and let the gates know, yeah, I want to get my book self-published. I know this is a journey of me becoming king. All I gotta do is just get this fee over with, and I get to be king with media. But I know to be king, I have to pay the ultimate price, obviously, because the gates don't want me touching their money. They don't want me controlling my money and being my wife, obviously. So when you pay the fee, you'll be stressed out and everything. Yeah, I'll be stressed out and everything. Sometimes I might cry and everything. But at the same time, I'm a little bit excited because I know once I get this over, I get to be king. But like, dying is a horrific thought, man. Knowing you're going to die is a crushing thought. And knowing you're going to have sex with your own stepmother is a crushing thought, man. The day she forces me to do it, I'm going to cry. I'm like, I don't want to do it. She's like, you have to do it. If you don't do it, you're never going to see your wife. I'm like, I don't want to do it, man. It's going to fuck me up psychologically. You have to do it. You have to fucking do it. You have to fuck me. You know what I'm saying? Like, holy shit, this girl's crazy. And I end up doing it, man. And once I do it, I'm never going to be the same again, man. Yeah, man, I just had sex with my own stepmother. Incest, yeah, it's fucked up, man. Yeah, man. You guys are messed up, man. You're crazy fucking people. Yeah. Yeah. You're really consistent with your treadmill. Yes, I am. I went yesterday. Yesterday I went around like 11:50 and I was tired. But I knew, I'm like, Ivan, you gotta be serious, man. If I keep procrastinating, I'm never gonna lose the weight. I persevered. I'm like, even though I'm tired and I feel like going to bed and sleeping, I went on the treadmill, man. All I gotta do is just go for an hour. I get over it. I went on the treadmill again. And tonight I'm gonna go again on the treadmill. I'm gonna go again tomorrow. I'm gonna go again Wednesday. I'm gonna go again Thursday. I'm gonna go again Friday, Saturday, and I might take maybe Sunday off, or I might go Sunday too. Then take maybe Monday off. I want to try my best to go 7 days a week, but sometimes I might go 6 days a week. But I end up losing the weight, like, around the end of the year, I lose all the weight. I lose 76 pounds. I'm skinny. I look like Jesus, man. Like Jesus, except without the beard. He's like, she's shocked. Yeah, I look so fucking hot. Yeah, oh my God, I even look so hot. Yeah. 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 So Ivan, your book will be more popular than Harry Potter. Yes, it'll be more popular than Harry Potter. It'll be the most. Xehanort will be the most popular fantasy series ever written, man. It will blow the buzz of Harry Potter out of the water. More popular than Harry Potter, man. I would not blow it out of the water. Harry Potter was very popular, but it'll beat it. It'll beat it out. Like, I'm gonna sell more than 600 million copies. I'm gonna sell probably my 700, my 800, my billion copies. If I sell 650 million copies, I'll make my maybe 11, 12 billion, 10.5 billion around there. If I sell maybe 800, 900, I'll make my 14, 15, 16, 900, 17, 18, and a billion, like 19, 20, 21 billion I make off the book. Yeah. How is it going to make our book, Ivan? It's between the 10 to 20 billion. There's only 1.35 billion English-speaking people in the world, and only 360 million of them speak English as their first language, whereas the other ones speak English, but it's not their first language, but they understand it well enough to read my book. So it cuts it down to maybe 800 million copies sold, a billion copies sold, 900 million copies sold. Or I'm shocking everyone in the world buys it. I don't know, people who don't speak English want to read it anyway. They find a way to read it, the translators and all that. Then I'll make like my 80, 70, 90, 100 million dollars. If all like 7+ billion people in the world buy it, I'll make my 80, 90, 100 million dollars if everyone in the world buys it. But chances are it's not going to happen because why would they buy the book when they don't understand it? Like, I would never buy a French book. I don't understand French. So they're not going to buy it, yeah. Ivan, when you translate your book in different languages down the road, I might, maybe it's more money for me, my way, but chances are I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to leave it in English. Leave it for the English people. So all you people around the world who don't speak English, I'm sorry, you can't read my book. Hence why I told you the main buzz of like my book is the English speaking world. Europe and North America and like Australia and New Zealand, that's the main area of the buzz. Whereas the foreign places like Africa, South America, the buzz is not as big there. The Middle East, the buzz is not that big over there. Obviously. The real buzz from my book is Europe and North America. That's where the buzz is crazy. Really, really crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, man. And the Gates know. Yeah, Ivan wrote an amazing book. The world's going to love his book. It's going to be more popular than Harry Potter, and he's going to make his billions off that. His 10 billion, 14 billion, 20 billion off his book. I don't want him and VJ having that kind of all those billions. Because they have the keys to the kingdom. They can turn their businesses into these billions. Yes, they have the keys. They turn our businesses into easy billions. I told you, I'm only going to start Skyscraper Entertainment. I'm not going to build parks. You know what I'm saying? My presidents might tell me, Ivan, you should build like a Zanus World or something like that, a park. That's a good investment. I'm like, yeah, parks are risky, guys. Even though I have the keys, parks are very risky. It's a risky investment, parks. Because you have to hire so many employees. It's crazy. And it costs a lot of money to build, too. Like, Ivan, you should build your own, like, park. You should have your own, like, restaurant chain. Like a Zanus restaurant chain. You serve, like, the food in Zanus, that kind of stuff. I'm like, nah, guys, I'm not going to do that. The money I make off Sky's name is enough for me to reach. We don't need more money, man. It's enough. I don't need any more money. If I'm making my tens of billions, I don't need any more money. It's enough. I'm not crazy like the sharks who want to just invest their money in a bunch of businesses and they're money hungry. They want to make so much more money. Like, I'm already making enough money off the movie merchant game. Me and VJ don't need more money. It's enough money for us. So I'm saying, because after I do my movie, I just want to enjoy myself in Vancouver, take a vacation. I don't feel like handling all these other businesses. So I'm saying, yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I wish you were just saying yes. All right, how much money do the Gates have in their bank? Tens of trillions. Because their wealth, the families, their wealth was passed down from their parents. Their parents passed down the wealth to them. And it's probably been passed down for generations of accumulated wealth. So you do the math how rich they are. They're probably worth a couple trillion dollars. I'm not kidding around. Maybe 500 trillion, 400 trillion, 300 trillion, something crazy. 200 trillion, yeah. And they have maybe 80 trillion in their bank. The families. They're fucking rich, man. And that's why they're not touching a dime. Look, man, yeah, you have your tens of trillions in your bank and you make your trillions around the world. You're not touching a dime off my book royalties. Zero. You said zero to me, making money through your system. You're not touching a dime off my book royalties. That money's for me and my wife. It's not for you. I'm saying. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. And Zane's will be my first movie. It's an adaptation based off my famous fantasy novel that I wrote. That's going to be my first movie. The Last Hope for Zane's. I'm going to self-finance it for $1.8 billion. That way I make an unheard of amazing movie. Unheard of world building better than Avatar. Unheard of war better than Helm's Deep. And unheard of horror. Like real horror. I want Avatar to be and them to be the most heard media in history. That's why I'm pouring as much money towards the movie. And I'll make the game for $500 million. The Unreal Engine 5 Zane's game. I'm also going to sell merch. And I'll release a documentary for free. And I'm also going to have my Sky Source News. You guys will be tuning into the Sky Source News, right? Like Hollywood Reporter, yeah. The actors' interviews get featured on Sky Source News for Zanus, yeah. What movie are you most excited for, Ivan? Zanus, man. I'm excited for all my movies. I'm also excited for 3082 doing a romance story with VJ. That's fucking cool. I'm excited for all my movies, but I'm probably the most excited for Zanus. Because Zanus is a masterpiece and everything of them are demons. But it's cooler seeing me and VJ in The Great Escape, and they're unique because it's in the modern times. Whereas Zanus were in a fantasy world speaking old English style speech, but the story is a masterpiece and every 10 of them are demons. That's why I'm most excited for Zanus. Because it's a masterpiece, man. It's a masterpiece of a story. It's an amazing story. Samzara? Yeah. Yeah, I make my 14 billion off the book. That's enough money for me and V to start Skyscraper Entertainment, our own film studio, Bear in Hollywood. We can fund Zanes for $1.8 billion and fund our game for $500 million and sell our merch. And we'll be signing that master deal with Amazon, 80-20 deal. Amazon gets 20% of the profits. Me and VJ get 80% of the profits. That's a deal. But if I make more, like if I make 30 plus billion, I'm gonna up it to 90-10. That way Amazon doesn't dupe me. Because you don't want Amazon to walk away with a lot of your money, right? You gotta be careful. You don't want them duping you. Yes, they deserve to get a nice fat paycheck, but we deserve the majority of the money because they're only making that money because of our keys. We're the main event. And so we deserve to make the majority of the money, but it doesn't hurt to give them a nice piece of the pie, but we're making the majority of the money. But Amazon's getting a nice tiny piece of it. Like, I don't mind if Amazon makes 4, 5, 6 billion, 7 billion, 8 billion. But anything over 8 billion, you're being a bit way too generous with Amazon. You gotta be careful. That's why if I make 30 billion off the book, I'm gonna up the deal to 90-10. Amazon will still make their like 6 billion, 6.5 billion, 5 billion off the merch in the movie. Yeah. Let's say I make 17 billion off the merch in the movie. Amazon will pull in maybe $5 billion bucks. Billions, a lot of money, yeah. A lot of money for the company, right? Yeah, Ivan, your products are number one seller, Ivan. Amazon CEOs are gonna tell me that, yeah. Tell me immediately that. Yeah, it's the number one seller, Ivan. Yeah, they tell me that, yeah. Amazon. But Ivan, you're not signed with Amazon Studios. No, I'm signed with Amazon Distribution. Their main division. Amazon's main division is their distribution company, but they also have their own studio. I'm not signed with the studio. No, I'm not releasing my movie on Amazon Prime. No, I'm signed with Amazon Distribution. They're my distributors for my movie and my merch. They distribute my 4K Blu-ray movies around the world and my merchandise. The hot toys, the clothing, the costumes, and the boots, the posters, the L mugs, all that stuff inside, the weapons. Yeah. But Ivan, make sure you put in the contract that you and VJ own the Zane's brand. Otherwise, you don't want Amazon owning a part of your brand, right? Because I heard Amazon now owns the James Bond franchise. Yeah, you got to be careful with that stuff, man. You don't want like Amazon owning a part of your brand, right? Look, man, you guys don't own my brand. You just own the distribution rights. That's it. But you don't own the brand. Me and VJ own the brand, the Zane's brand. We own it. You guys don't own it. You have to put that in the contract. That way Amazon doesn't dupe you. They can try to find a way to dupe you, right? You have to be careful. The sharks, they want a bigger chunk of that pie. Hence why you don't want them owning a part of your brand. You just own the distribution rights, the exclusive distribution rights. Me and VJ own the brand, the Zane's brand. Samsara? That's how it works. Yeah. Yeah. And you're gonna see the behind the scenes of me and VJ signing that massive deal with Amazon. Yeah, in the documentary, I'm gonna call it the big deal. You see the Amazon CEOs, they come to my office, and we sign that massive deal with Amazon, an 80-20 deal. It's a huge deal, man. A multi-billion-dollar deal, billions. Yeah, man, it's a huge deal. Will you make it public, Ivan? Yeah, I will. I might as well. You guys are gonna see the deal in the documentary. I might as well make the deal public. Yeah, Ivan and Victoria Justice get 80% of the profits. Amazon gets 20% of the profits. And the actors' salaries, I might as well make it known too, right? Because you guys are gonna know how much I'm paying them when you watch the documentary. So, for my company, I will make the actors' salaries public. Peter's contract will be public too. Whereas my 7 team, I don't have to make that public, obviously. Or I could make it public. It makes it more interesting. Holy shit, Ivan's paying this person this kind of money. Yeah, you know how pro sport leagues, they have their salaries are online and everything? Yeah. Obviously. And once you guys tune into my Sky Stars news and you see how much I'm paying all of the Hollywood stars, Peter and all them, you're like, holy shit, all the Hollywood actors are like, holy shit, Ivan's comedy blows out of the water. Most of us don't make this in Hollywood, yeah. Like, Ivan's entire cast signed massive deals. Like, rich contracts. Yeah, Hollywood can only afford to pay maybe 2-3 people that kind of money, and everyone else gets leftover peanuts. Yeah. Because Hollywood, they don't have the kind of budget I have. If you have a $150, $250 million budget movie, you can't afford to pay. You have like 8 stars. You can't afford to pay all of them a very, very rich star. You have to have the balance. A couple guys get the dough and everyone else gets peanuts. That's how it works in Hollywood, because they can't afford to pay everyone a consistent rich contract. They don't have a $1.8 million budget like I do, right? The Hollywood companies. And so my Sky Stars company blows out of the water. It's better than Hollywood. Yeah. It's better than Hollywood. Yeah, man. It's better than Hollywood. It's better than Hollywood, Sarah. It's better than Hollywood. Yeah, man. It's better than Hollywood, yeah, man. Yeah. That's why all the Hollywood actors agents are going to tell the actors, never with his name stars. This is your ticket out of Hollywood. This is your ticket to success and glory and fame with Ivan and VJ, Queen VJ and King Ivan. Yeah, because the Hollywood actors all want to experience that glory and fame and success with me, right? It's not fun being let behind by God. Hence why what they're gonna really, really beg these Zane stars for word, but they're not gonna give word to Zane stars. They're selfish. Yeah, man. They're selfish. Yeah. So all the CEOs and like producers in Hollywood feel like shit. Yeah, they will. Once I start scratching the name with VJ, they're all gonna feel like shit. Yeah, we can't compete with Ivan. Ivan has the keys to the kingdom. He's the bank. And VJ have billions in their bank account. They can easily fund the movies for better quality than our movies. They have the keys. They can make their money back. We can't fund our movies for that kind of money. We'll lose money. Yeah. Hollywood can't make a movie for $700 million. They're gonna lose money, man. Unless it's a really, really big movie that they know is gonna do a lot of money, like Avatar, then they can take that risk. But the highest Hollywood will go for a budget is like $350 million. Because they don't have the keys like me and VJ, right? Yeah. Whereas I can actually afford to make Zanes for $1.8 billion, and I'll make my billions back because I have the keys to the kingdom. And 4K Blu-ray, I'm pricing it for more money than a movie ticket, and so I make way more profit, obviously. Yeah. I make Zanes for $1.8 billion. I make like $10 billion off the movie. I made a good like $8 billion in profit. That's a good investment. I make 8, 9, 10 billion off the movie. It's a good investment, obviously. But after Zanes, I'm never making a movie for that much money ever again. Zanes is a special story, hence why I'm pouring all that money towards it. But after that, all my movies on average will be like 700, 750, 650 million dollars, $600 million budget movies, $300 million budget movies. Like Very Unique, I'll make for $300 million. The Hidden Vat movie, I might make that for maybe 650. The Great Escape I'm making for 700 million. The Hidden Vat movie I might make for 650 million. But if I might have to make it for 700 because I have to create room to pay guys like Dwayne Johnson and Will Smith their salary, right? Yeah. Because those guys are expensive, whoever I choose, right? I want to have Dwayne Johnson and Will Smith. I can't do that because those guys are too expensive, man. I can afford it, but if Dwayne Johnson and Will Smith, you have to pay both those guys like $48 million for their base and their salary. And if you give them royalties, you're taking a lot of your money. Like Dwayne Johnson, I give him $30 million of royalties. Will Smith gets one like 30. That's already what, like 300 something plus $1 million of your royalties. You gotta be careful, man. They're expensive, those guys, yeah. Chances are I'll just have Dwayne Johnson compete with Will Smith. And you can have Denzel Washington compete too. Samuel Jackson, Tom Hanks, the captain on the boat. Have those guys compete. Chris Hemsworth, yeah. Have those guys compete for the job, obviously. The Hidden Vat will be a sick movie, though. That's going to be a sick movie. You know what I'm saying? We're on the boat. It's kind of like King Kong in a way. We're on the boat, and there's this, like, storm, and then the boat capsizes, and we all drift into this mysterious island, and we find out that there's vampires living in the island. They have rituals and everything. Looking at a sick movie, man. And we're surviving in the island. Yeah, you're looking at a sick movie for that, man. That's going to be a sick movie. I mean, you're very creative, yes I am. I have ideas for good stories, man. I'm a genius. Creative genius, yeah. That's after they're unique. My romance story with BJ, right? Yeah. So Dwayne Johnson's agent for the Hidden Vat movie might push for like $350 million. Yeah, because Dwayne Johnson might be a billionaire by then, he might push for like a $350 million royalty check. I'm like, no, Dwayne, that's too much. You're getting greedy. No, you get like 230. That's enough. With your 50 million, 51 million, I can pay you a 20.9 million bonus and a 30 million salary for, I don't know, 4 months of production. Then you get your $230 million royalty check for the movie. I can pay you like 20 million for the game. What about royalties for the game for Dwayne Johnson? I'm like, no. He doesn't get any royalties for the game. He gets 20 million for the game. Obviously, and I can give him maybe 10 million for the merchandise. It's a good deal for Dwayne Johnson. He signed like a 300 something million deal. Which is like a 200, I don't know, 45 million deal in American money for Dwayne Johnson. A $245 million deal for Dwayne Johnson is a lot of money. He doesn't make that in Hollywood. He makes like his 30, 20, 40 million in Hollywood. Yeah, it's a good contract for Dwayne Johnson. And that's what my company will blow out of the water. You know. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the Hidden Vat movie is way down the road. I'm not going to focus on that right now. Right now, my main focus is Zanus, which is not too long from now, guys. I know I'm king in a good 8 years. I'll be king, guys. Like 2033, I'll be king. Around the 2031, 2032, 2033, I'll be king. That's 8 years from now. Yeah, we're 2025. Yeah, in 8 years, I should be king, guys. You're taking me for granted, man. Yeah, man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go upstairs and get more coffee, guys. Yeah. Today was dead at Coco Fruity, but I was tired though, man. Because I went on the treadmill yesterday night. I was tired. But it wasn't busy today at Whole 40. It was dead. But I had to mop the whole restaurant. Yeah, man. I hate mopping. No, mopping's not that bad, but I mean, it's a little bit annoying, obviously. And tomorrow I work at Dinty's. Wednesday at Dinty's and also Thursday at Dinty's. And I get Friday off and I work Saturday, Sunday. And chances are the boss will give me next Monday off because I worked 3 days this week. Because the restaurant has been pretty slow. That's why he has to cut my hours. So 1 week I work like 3 days and next week I work like 1 or 2 days. Because the restaurant has been slow the past couple weeks, right? Yeah. Obviously. That's why he cut my hours. I used to be full-time there, like 5 days a week, 6 days a week. But ever since I got my Dinty's job, he cut my hours, obviously. Yeah. 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 Sorry, Peter might tell you your movie with Lord of the Rings. Yeah, he might tell me that. Yeah, Ivan, I read your book. I can picture this being Lord of the Rings, Ivan. Yeah, Peter might tell me that. Look at a masterpiece for saying this, man. I wrote a masterpiece. I wrote a masterpiece, yeah. You guys will see what I mean when you read my book. I wrote an amazing novel, man. It's a masterpiece. My ebook I'll sell for $22 if you don't want to pay the expensive $85 for the print, or if you want to pay for the nice print collection, $85 for the print and $22 for the ebook, which is a good deal for you guys, right? Yeah. So if you don't want to pay $85 for the print, you can pay your $22 and read the ebook on your laptop or your iPad or your phone if you want. I recommend you don't read on your phone. Reading on your phone is not that good of an experience. Get an iPad or get a laptop and read it on your laptop. Or if you have a computer in your house, you can read it on a computer in your house if you want. But most people nowadays have own laptops. So you can read on your laptop at home. You get your takeout, your beer, and you enjoy the book, man. I wrote a masterpiece. You think VJ will buy the ebook or the print? Chances are she'll buy the ebook, VJ, because she doesn't want to wait 3 weeks for the print. Because for the print, you might have to wait 2 to 3 weeks for your book to arrive in the mail. And you have to also beware of spoilers in the streets, right? You don't have to worry about spoilers online and sell to the gates, but people downtown can spoil for you. Your friends can spoil for you. You have to be careful. Yeah. Hey, man, don't spoil for me, man. I didn't read the book yet. Yeah. You have to be careful of that stuff. Yeah. Whereas Bradley Durfee doesn't like reading ebooks, so he'll buy the print, obviously, and he binges my whole book in 1 day. In like 8 hours, he binges the whole thing. Holy shit, Ivan's book is sick. This is the best fantasy novel I ever read in my life. Yeah, I enjoyed it more than Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings. And Tad Williams and Wolf Time and Malzin, Shannara, yeah. Holy shit, Ivan is a gifted storyteller. This is the best fantasy novel I ever read in my life. Yeah, Ivan takes the crown as the best fantasy author ever, yeah. I'm a genius, man. A creative genius. Yeah, man. Samsara? How long will your book be, Ivan? 750, maybe 800 pages, maybe around there? Around there, right? Like probably an 800 page, 750 page book. It's a pretty long book, but it's not as long as like Lord of the Rings, right? And like Way of Kings. Those books are like 1,300 plus pages. Whereas my book will be like 750, 800 pages. But it's burn those books, man. It's a masterpiece. I'm a creative genius. Yeah. Samsara? Yeah, man. So Zanes is like the Bible. Yeah, Zanes is like the fancy version of the Bible, pretty much. You get a lot of biblical symbolism from Zanus. Eratat's a devil wolf king. He can symbolize Satan, the devil. And Ephesus symbolizes a lower ranked demon too, fallen angel, right? Yeah. And Tachys symbolizes Jesus. Tachys the first symbolizes the Father. You know, you have the Trinity, you know what I'm saying? You have the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Yeah. Obviously. And for fool could symbolize the Antichrist, the son of Satan, possessed by Satan, yeah. Because the Antichrist pretty much is like the son of Satan, right? Satan possesses the Antichrist is like the you have the satanic trinity, right? Satan, the Antichrist, and the false prophet. Right? The dragon, you have the dragon, you have the Antichrist, and you have the false prophet. So Fool can kind of symbolize the Antichrist in a way. It's not a biblical story, no. It's a fantasy story like Lord of the Rings, but you can get some biblical symbolism from Zanus, obviously, when you read it. The reason why I have a little bit of symbolism from the Bible is because I grew up supposedly Christian my whole life. That's why I had my Christian bias when I wrote Zanus, and there's a lot of symbolism you can get from it, obviously. But it's not a Bible story. It's a fantasy story like Lord of the Rings. You can get some biblical symbolism, just like Narnia has biblical symbolism too, right? When you read it, right? Yeah. Yeah. How good's your book, Ivan? It's so good, the world will be shocked by my story. Like, holy shit. Once they read the book, it'll finally hit their minds. Holy shit, man. Ivan wrote a masterpiece, man. Yeah, holy shit, he's gifted, man. Like, this is like a genius story. That's why all the directors in Hollywood are going to want to get their hands on my story. My top two candidates are Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson to direct my movie. You guys know how much money I'm willing to pay them, right? Yeah. What's your idea for your book cover, Ivan? I'll show you. I'll show you. It's the mysterious cover. So whenever I contact the person to design my cover, I'm gonna show them this Google picture here. That way I want it to be red. Okay, you want your book to be red, yes. And it says The Last Hope for Zanus, Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3 by Ivan O'Meara, edited by whoever edits my book. I'm gonna show them this picture here. Something like this. Yeah. Something like this. Except it's red. I want it red. Oh, what color? I want it to be red. A red cover. Red's cool. Yeah, you see that? Beautiful, man. Beautiful book cover. Show them a couple of these pictures. That way he knows, right? That way he or she knows, whoever designed your cover. Where's that other picture that I showed you guys? Yeah. A lot of nice designs here. This is nice too. A nice book cover like this. So it's red. It says The Last Hope of Zanus by Ivan O'Meara, edited by whoever edits my book. Something fucking nice, man. Yeah, man. Another picture here. See, something like this. The mysterious cover. That's my deal for my book, for my print. That's why the $85 is worth it. You're looking at a beautiful print collection. And yeah. Zanus is the best $80 you're ever going to spend in your life, man. The book is a masterpiece. You're getting your money's worth, man. It's a fucking amazing book. If you don't want to pay that, then you pay the cheap $22 and read the ebook. If you don't want to pay the $80 for the print, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go upstairs, guys, and get more coffee. Give me a sec, guys. Skip the video if you don't want to wait. Don't hate me, son. I'll be back in a sec. Hey guys, The folks are driving me to dentist to pick up my check right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this camera off. And when I come back, I'll continue the video for another maybe 25, 30 minutes. So this video will be in 2 parts. So stay tuned, guys, for my next part. We'll be back in a sec. Don't hate him, son.